Say hi, Tucker. Say hi. You want to do something fun today? Sure you do. Hey guys, so today we're going to do something different. Something kind of fun, I guess, and for no other reason than just to do it. So with the Jeep Wrangler, I did the 0 to 60 runs because you know the Taser programmer has that feature where you can see the 0 to 60 run on the dash. And then I did it again with the Jeep Gladiator. And the Jeep Wrangler was surprisingly quick. Even with the 35-inch tires, it would run 0 to 60. My best run ever was like a 692. Hey, Tucker, quit. He's trying to steal all the cookies. That's a bad puppy. Anyhow, my best run with the JL was 6.92. And that was with the 35-inch Milestar MTs, I believe it was. I didn't have the Coopers yet. But most of my runs were in the low 7s. And then with the Gladiator, it was a little slower. I think it was about a half second slower because it's a heavier truck. It's, what, 400 pounds heavier, so you'd expect it to be a little slower. But it was still respectable. You know, it still put up 0 to 60 runs in the 7s. So the EcoDiesel in this new Ram, of course the Ram's a little heavier too. It's another 400 pounds in addition to the Gladiator. So you're going up the scale in curb weight. Obviously that's going to work against you when you're trying to accelerate. But this thing has so much torque. The new EcoDiesel is rated, well in the Jeeps it's 442, but in the Ram it's 480 pound-feet, lots and lots of torque. So I figured it would be a little bit quicker, right? And when I ran it with those Milestar MTs, it was actually quite slow. I had some runs that were in the upper 8-second range. Kind of surprised me how slow it was actually. So for today's video, I put the factory wheels and tires back on. I want to see if I can make it a little quicker. And I also want to see what the difference really is. You know, if you put a 34, 35-inch mud tire on your truck, how much does it really slow it down? So without further ado, I'm going to go do some more runs and we'll see what happens. So yeah, there's the factory wheels and tires in question. These are the 20x9 chrome clad wheels, and the tires are Falcons, but they're about a 32-inch tire. Believe it or not, these were a $1,600 upcharge, which is insane. I would have never paid that for these, but they were already on the truck, on the dealer's lot, so you know I couldn't get out of it. But anyhow, there's the factory setup, and we're gonna go see if it helps any. All right, here's the first run. And I got an 863. That's even slower. All right, let's try it again. This time I'm just going to mash it. I'm not gonna spool up the turbo or anything. I'm just gonna mash the throttle and see what happens. Here we go. $865 again. Yeah, I've seen 865 before. I mean, obviously it all depends on your launch, you know, but I've seen that before. Let's try to spool it up. See if I can spool this thing up and try it again here. It doesn't really like being spooled up like that. A little bit better that time, but the truck just kind of takes off and then it kind of falls on its face immediately and then picks back up again. So yeah, there's some pretty interesting results. You know, when I put these factory wheels and tires back on, immediately I noticed an increase in braking performance, which you would expect, but it doesn't seem to really affect the acceleration a whole lot. And that's kind of interesting. So I'm going to try one more time here, and this time I'm going to spool it up a little bit and just kind of feather it and see if I can keep the tires from chirping. All right, here we go. It's about the same. How about that? So yeah, if you're wondering, I did adjust the speedometer when I put the factory wheels and tires back on. Obviously, that's another feature of the Taser programmer. You can adjust your speedometer. So I did do that, and I checked it with GPS, and it's right on the money. So it should be accurate, what we're seeing here. So that's kind of interesting, that we're still, I'm still in the mid 8-second range, 0 to 60 with this truck. Again, it's a 2020 Ram 1500 EcoDiesel. It is 4-wheel drive, crew cab. I think the curb weight on this is somewhere around 5,500 pounds. So it's a few hundred pounds more than the Gladiator was. It was running 5,000, 5,100 when I took it across the cat scale. So you got a little more weight there. But what's interesting to me is the horsepower on this engine, 260, pretty similar to what the Pentastar gas V6 is doing at 285. I mean, there's a little difference there, but not a lot. What there is a big difference in is the torque. This thing rated 480, Pentastar was 260, so lots more torque in the EcoDiesel. I expected better results, even with a little more curb weight. I really expected better results, but that just goes to show you the diesel has a lot of power to pull, to tow, to haul, but it's not going to do anything quickly. This thing is slower than the Jeep Gladiator. It's slower than the Jeep Wrangler. Even with stock tires on this, the Jeep with big 35-inch mud tires was faster, 0 to 60. So that just goes to show you, if you're looking for something that's going to drive in a real sporty fashion, it's going to feel good, it's going to be quick and nimble, you want to go with a gas engine. If you're looking for something just to tow with, the diesel's awesome, but it doesn't feel sporty, it's not quick. And just in day-to-day driving, it's really not as fun as those Jeeps. So, and you can only imagine what the Hemi V8 would be like, right? So again, just did this for fun. These trucks and Jeeps are not built to be racers, but it's kind of interesting to see the difference in the powertrains from one to the other. So there you go, fun little video. So at the end of the day, it looks like that it was a little bit quicker, but not a whole lot. It really didn't make any significant difference. There's some other variables that weren't accounted for. It was a different day, different weather, that kind of thing. So, really, if you look at the grand scheme of things, not a whole lot of difference, really. So kind of surprising, you would think that the lighter, shorter factory tires would have made a bigger difference than that, but I guess they really don't. So no reason not to run those 35s or 34s, whatever. I guess so. I'll probably put them back on because they just look so cool, and apparently there's not much of a penalty. So anyhow, that was fun, interesting little video. The diesel's not quick, and factory wheels and tires don't really save you all that much, at least not on this truck. All right guys, we'll talk to you later. Thanks.